Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chess Champs. It's your boy Luke, the best chess teacher on Chess Champs. Don't tell Eric and Caleb and Zach. But anyway, we're here with another video, and in this video, I thought we could do something a little different. Now, to play chess, a lot of people ask me what they should do, but in this video, I'm going to go through the top 10 things that you shouldn't do, because by knowing what you shouldn't do, you know what to do by process of elimination. It's quite self-explanatory. So without further ado, I'm going to start the video. Top 10 things not to do in chess. Okay, so coming in at number 10 first is not getting the centre. This is a very common mistake I see a lot of beginners doing, where say I was white, I would do this, and basically they just play meaningless moves and they don't get their centre out. They don't have to play exactly this, I'm just saying the point. When you're black, you really want to get 2 pawns in the centre, maybe get some space and then develop your pieces. But black is not doing any of that. He's making very bad moves, like let's just say this. We develop and get all of our pieces out. And in the end, we'll just have a very good position, which I will come to soon. Let's just say makes a dumb move like this. Then we take, and then he goes like this. We just get all of our pieces out, and notice that's a discovered attack because the rook is being attacked by this bishop. So then he'll have to move it, and then we have a really good development, and black has not developed anything. His position is really bad, and in the end we're just going to have a better position. Let's say he does that, trying to attack this pawn, but it doesn't really work because it's protected by the knight. Then we just castle, and we'll have a really good game. That is number 10, not guessing the centre early. So coming in at number 9, is it doesn't have to be just getting pinned, but allowing your opponent to do a tactic which you would win. Now in this position, the bishop is lined in with the king, and I think you know what to do. We put our rook on e1, which pins the black bishop, and now the king moves, and then we have a really winning position because king and rook you can checkmate. So now we're just going to win the game, and in the end we'll be very, very good, because we've obviously got a checkmate. So yeah, that is number 9. So coming in at number 8, guys, this is a really common one, making blunders. A lot of people ask me, what is a blunder? Well, by definition, a blunder is a terrible move that may cost you the game or a lot of material. So in this position, it's black to play. He has a knight up. He might be getting a bit boasty, and he might think, oh, I'm winning, I've got a knight. But if he plays wrong, he could lose this game. Let's say he sees this free pawn here, he gets greedy and takes it. Well, this is actually a blunder, because in this position, white can go down, black has to block with the rook, and then it's a checkmate. The king cannot move anywhere because he's blocked in by his own pawns. So that was number 8, guys, making blunders. Now, number 7, a very interesting one, which I see a lot of noobs fall into. Falling into traps. Traps are horrible in chess, especially when they give your opponent a winning chance. Let's see some in action. So in this position, it occurs in the Italian opening. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and then white goes for bishop c4. Now this trap is for black. So then in this position, black plays a bit of a blunder at first, but it's actually a really deadly trap. Knight over here, giving your opponent seamlessly a free pawn. But this is actually a blunder, because then we can play queen out, and he might be thinking, oh, we can take. But then we take this pawn, having a counter-attack on the rook. Now, I'll only go into this line because we haven't got all day, but in this line, he moves this over, and we check him, and he obviously doesn't want to defend with the queen, because the knight will take the queen. So he has to defend with the bishop, but then it's a beautiful checkmate. The bishop cannot take because it is pinned by the queen. That is number 7, guys, falling into trap. Now, number 6, a very common one, especially from noobs when they haven't played the game for long. Misunderstanding material. So this applies when you don't really know the counter material and you make a bad trade, or just lose a game because you do not understand material. So in this position, if you've been playing chess for quite some time now, you would know that a queen is worth 9 points of material and a rook is worth 5. So obviously the queen's a lot more valuable than the rook. But say this is quite a new player to the game, just started out, they might want to capture. But then the king captures back, and this is a theoretical draw because both players have a rook, which is usually a draw, and the game will just be drawn and you've lost your winning chances. So yeah, that is number 6, misunderstanding material. Now, at number 5, we have a very common mistake in chess, drawing a winning game. Now, this is actually a very similar position from one of my games, where I was white and the other player was black. As you can see, back then I was quite inexperienced, and I had lost all my material, but black still had his queen. However, when you move this queen there is a very, very good tactic. Can you spot it? Yes, that's right, it is bishop c3, pinning the queen, and the queen cannot move because it is behind the king. Therefore, the queen has to take, and this is a draw because there are no more pieces on the board, and it's impossible to get a checkmate. Therefore, it is a draw. Now, coming in at number 4, I have to say, quite an intermediate mistake. You won't find this much at the beginner level, but not understanding theory. Now, in this position, black can actually draw the game if they play well. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. So say black moves, white moves, black goes up, and then we keep going forwards from the white king. We keep an eye on that advancing white pawn. We keep going, and then this is a Zugzwang, which means that you don't want to move because then that will result in you losing. But white has to move, as you know, you can't pass a turn in chess. So in this position, it would always be a draw because if the king moves here, it is stalemate. And if the king moves anywhere else, then black will capture. Now the next one, number 3, is drawing or losing when you have a winning position. Now, in this position, black can give a check here, which would skewer the white and the white queen and the white king, because then the white king would run, and then we pick up the queen behind it. But if black doesn't do that and play another move, white has a fighting chance. So in this position, it's a theoretical draw, because a queen and a king against a queen and a king, 99% of the time, sometimes they're a win, but 99% of the time it's a draw. Now, in number 2, we have copying moves. This is a very beginner mistake, and a lot of beginners fall into this trap. They don't know what to do, they just copy moves, which is a mistake. So, in this position, we have an opening called Petrov's Offense, which is a good opening, but if you don't know how to play it, it can result in you losing the game. So, white goes e4, black goes e5. We attack black's pawn, but they counter-attack our pawn. Takes. Now, the queen comes out, and what you'll notice is that the black knight has to move. Now, black can't keep copying moves because if he copies, we take his knight. When he takes, we take his queen, and we're up loads of material. So, in this position, he can try to defend, but then we just kick him out. And then what we do, he just moves somewhere, doesn't really matter. And then what happens? You may be thinking at this point, oh, I can just take the knight. But you can't. You're in check. You have to move the king. And we're going to pick up the queen. The queen can't block because then we take with the knight. And we're up so much material and we're going to win the game. That is number 2. Okay, so in number 1, you may not think what you think it is. It's not about theory. It's not about the rules of the game. And this is fair play. When playing chess, you should always play by the rules, play fairly, and play so that someone got out of it. Remember to always shake hands after a match. Don't get mad if you lost or draw. Just accept that that was the game. Play fairly, don't cheat, and you will have a good time because it just makes the game fairer for everyone. So if you play by the rules, chess is a really fun game. So yeah, that is number 1. I argue the most important, play fairly and have... So guys, thank you for watching if you've come this far. This was a really long video. And I spent a while on it, so I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to subscribe. It helps out the team a lot. And like the video if you can. And you can always unsubscribe. It's free. If you don't like our content, you can unlike, dislike if you want. I don't know, I'm not you. You can make a choice. So yeah, that was the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Luke out.